5:08 Central Time, United States of America, St. Louis, Missouri. Is it possible that some of the mainstream beta males are finally trying to understand what the fuck is really going on with today's modern women? Who am I talking about? Talking about Matt Walsh. Do you think he's finally, wait a minute, I'm not buying into this. Now, Laura Ingraham, yeah, okay. Tommy Lauren, how many fucking pounds of plastic can you put into that beak? I mean, she's rich, right? She's got all this money and shit. She's married to a professional baseball player and shit. She couldn't get. Chaos for you, hamster. Hey, good to see you. All right, let's see what Matt Walsh. Let's see what Matt Walsh says. Because Matt Walsh is getting sick of this bullshit. Go.
Men are human beings. They're not robots. They're not machines programmed to do the bidding of their female operator.
Yeah, you sure? Is it Matt? Do you think that's what women think about us? Do you? Hi, fan, hamster, Matt Walsh derided it this way. I know. But just because someone is wrong once in a while doesn't mean they're wrong all the time. You might want to listen. Go ahead.
Men are human. They have their own dreams.
Stop it. No, we're not. We're just evil, misogynist, woman-hating Nazis. What is wrong with you, Matt?
Dreams and goals and desires. That's okay. They're allowed to be people. For our daily cancellation today, we turn to a segment on Laura Ingraham's show featuring conservative commentator Tommy Lahren.
Conservative? What, some old fucking deep state guys? Oh, she's kind of cute and everything, but she's a conservative. She is about a conservative. She's about as conservative as Hillary Clinton. She just looks pretty. She used to. Go ahead.
A clip from this segment went viral over the weekend with Tommy doling out some tough talk for young men who she said.
Yeah, well, of course, men suck. Because everything in the world sucks because men suck. How many times are we going to sit here and listen to this bullshit? It's only men that have caused this. Nothing to do with women, because women are always victims. Yeah, it's only men. Right. Got it.
As are lazy and feminized.
And living in basements and ordering what the hell is that? YouTube, or not YouTube. What is that? The meals. And Uber. And ordering sex dolls and shit online. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Not Matt. Matt's right in this case. What is wrong with Tommy Lauren? Clearly there's something wrong.
Tommy has been on this subject for a long time, and we'll have more on that in a minute. Let's start with this most recent segment. Here it is. Listen.
It's a major problem.
Okay, so Tommy Lauren's like, I'm all conservative. And Laura Ingraham, she's a fucking a ghost at this point. She's a fucking, what do they call those things that are in the pyramids in Egypt? Oh yeah, a mummy at this point. Tommy Lauren, oh yeah, conservative, blah, 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 blah. Does she have any kids?
Problem. And Speaker Johnson has been talking about those maybe deadbeat folks that are on Medicaid, and maybe some of those folks are the stay-at-home sons. We don't know.
Do you understand what it is to apply for government fucking money? Get on the dole. Who do you think, Tommy, you goddamn fucking idiot, can get on the government dole, get free money? Who do you think that is? Do you think it's men or do you think it's women? Wow, but the only reason women would do that is because men suck. I've had this experience where there was a guy I knew Jack the Bear in Austin, Texas. Guy was destitute. He didn't have a place to live. He didn't have nothing. Didn't have food. Didn't have money for cigarettes or anything. And I went down to the food stamp office there in Texas, where everything's bigger. And you know what they told Jack the Bear? Fuck you. Go get a goddamn job. You're a man. Now, Miss Little Plastic Surgery Beak Face, what do you think they would tell you if you came in there? In any state, in any fucking state in this country. They would say, oh my God, you're a victim. And you should be mad. You're sitting here saying that young man is going to live in mama's basement and live off the fucking dole, the government, free money. Are you out of your fucking mind? Is there something schmetzen in your plastic fucking head?
But I'll tell you this, leave it to Gen Z to rebrand laziness and social awkwardness as something cutesy, like a stay-at-home son.
Do you understand how we redirect the argument? Yes, we do, Tommy. You can't fool us with this bullshit anymore. That's not the question. That's not even the discussion. Ah, my God. Let's continue with this horrible bullshit. And even Matt Walsh, Mr. Man with the beard, he understands what's going on here. And that's why it's amazing that we're doing this right now with Matt Walsh's channel. Go ahead.
And they did much the same thing with quiet quitting, where you can go to...
Really? You tell me which man in this country, unless that man is disabled, perhaps a veteran, he's got his legs cut off in a fucking train accident, you tell me where he goes to get all this fucking free money. And you tell me what effort you have to do as a female in this country to get free money. I guarantee you don't have to have your legs cut off in a train accident. You just show up and say, I'm a victim. And allegedly, Tommy Lauren is a fucking conservative. Oh, yeah, she's a conservative, all right. She wants to get all the free goodies because she's a girl.
Work and do less, and if you call it quiet quitting, it's somehow better. But Laura, I gotta tell you, this is...
You tell me which man can survive without working. Tommy, which man can survive without working and sitting in his mama's basement, eating Cheetos and playing video games all day? And then compare that to what woman would even have to go out of the fucking house. Oh, you're a victim, you poor woman. Oh my God, Donald Trump sucks.
It's also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women.
Let me just go back.
Declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women.
Whom has 100% of the reproductive rights. You want to have the kid, you don't want to have the kid, you want the abortion, you want to drop the kid off at a fire fucking station somewhere. Whom has 100 fucking percent of if a child is born or not. And if the child is born, she doesn't have to keep it. Whom is this? That would be women. And here's Tommy Lauren is like, well, it's not the, it's a man. It's a man.
How better. But Laura, I got to tell you, this is also a big problem when it comes to, I think, declining birth rates, people not getting married and having children. You know, that's a big problem. They blame it on women.
Because you have exclusive access to not becoming a parent. The laws of the United States, There you go. So please explain to me, Tommy, how exactly is that men's fault? Seems to me if you want to become a mother, you're a young woman, have a baby, have 2, have 10. It's up to you, isn't it? But who doesn't decide if that baby is born? It's not the man, is it? It is you, isn't it? It is the female. Mm-hmm.
Well, look at what young women have to choose from. The picket.
Look at what women fuck. They could go for the boring engineer or the librarian, or they could go for the man that's he's a stable guy, but he's too much of a friend. Why? In God's name, do we let these fucking hoes get away with this shit? It ain't my fault. No, it's the men that are really. Which men have you fucked? Can you tell us the stability of these men? The marriageability of these men? You don't fucking care. What you want is a good time. And now suddenly when you're 38 or whatever the fuck, it's a man's fault. Really? No, it's not. It is not our fault.
Are slim. Yes, we might have a feminism problem in America, but it's the feminization of men. There are a lot of young women out there that.
Whom do you fuck? When you were in your 20s back there at the UNLV in Las Vegas. Whom? Was it the chess champion? No. I don't even want to do this anymore.
Want to get married.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Want to have kids. They want to.
Women want to get married. Well, goddamn, there's a thing, isn't it? Why wouldn't they? Oh my God! All right, Matt. I'm
families,
sorry.
But there are a lot of.
I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
Young men out there who want to live in mama's basement in order.
From Rapid City, South Dakota. Started fucking around when she was 15. And spent 17 fucking years before she found one dude that would put a ring on that finger. Now, I wonder what she was doing. You have any idea? I know what most men are doing. Nothing. What was she doing? For 17 fucking years. You guys have any idea what she was doing before she found her man or the one? Are you fucking kidding me?
DoorDash. And therein lies a big part of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy blames young men for the declining birth rates, saying that women want to get married and have children, but men...
No, they don't. Not until they're 38. And most men don't want them by that time. Do you get it? Gone with John is here. Mystery Man is here. Douglas Edwards. And Batty Commander, sorry. It's been a long day. I don't know, Gone with John, the busiest man in the world, was doing his thing today. And, sorry if I'm not living up to your expectations. But this cunt, oh my God, I'm sorry. Not him, the other, the nose job.
Would rather stay in mama's basement and order DoorDash. It's an interesting accusation coming from a 32-year-old woman who, as far as I know, doesn't have children. Her Wikipedia.
That is correct, Matt. Is the man finally seeing the fucking grift? Yeah.
Article at least mentions a chihuahua, but no human children. But in any case.
But I got a job at Fox News because I'm a blonde-haired girl. And who was that old fuck that ran Fox News? Who was that? Sumner Redstone or some shit? Ah, she's cute. Put her on there. She's got titties. Do these people? Nope. Go ahead.
Tommy, as I mentioned earlier, has been on this subject for a long time. She's spent the last several years blasting men for their incompetence and their insufficiency. In fact, the last time she was featured on the Daily Cancellation was 5 whole years ago when she said this.
She was the Nashville. I got all these women that are all fucking prime and shit. Really? Okay, go ahead.
Feed your crew with a family meal for a famously good price.
Famous
only at Lee's.
chicken.
Famous for a reason.
Yes.
At Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's, we believe fishing
God's
connects
sake.
people. To celebrate Father's Day, we're offering 10% off.
Now, I've often talked
Is it Father's Day coming up? Okay.
about the vacation of America and how
I'm going to have to listen to this because I've never quite heard this. Maybe we could try it now.
men are no longer men. I talk to my mom about this a lot, and she says, well, maybe it's just the guys in Texas. Maybe it's just the guys in Los Angeles. It is not just the guys in Los Angeles, Nashville, Dallas, and it's not. They're not any better in the Midwest. They quite.
Uh-huh. Well, because they just don't meet your standards, right? I mean, I hate to break the news to you, girlfriend. You could fight a rancher in the Black Hills of South Dakota if you're a waitress down there at the steak shack. You'd find a really good man and he'd treat you well, but no, that's not enough.
Quite frankly, I think
I
there's
gotta go to the University of Las Vegas. Yes.
trash all over this country in the age range of about 20 to I think about 55, maybe even 60. A lot of men are trash. A lot of men don't have
Really? Because you don't like them or what? What's the deal?
how to treat women. A lot of men don't
They don't know how to treat women. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
know how to really, quite frankly, pull their heads out of the sand and pay attention.
Well.
A lot of men are trash, she said.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Matt, you and me are trash in the eyes of Tommy Lauren. And we should feel bad about that. And we should simp before her and bend down on our knees and beg her to take us. Fuck you.
5 years ago, men are trash all over this country. That exact quote. And that's the kind of statement that if I said that about women, I would be denounced by both sides as a radical misogynist.
Oh, you'd be in the gas chambers at this point. Yeah, Matt. You know, now you're starting to get it, aren't you? It's good.
And likely domestic abuser. It's the kind of statement that you cannot say about any broad
And a Nazi. Don't forget that.
demographic except men. I mean, imagine saying, women are trash all over the country, or gays are trash all over the country, or
Nobody says that. The only people that can be called trash legitimately in 2025 are white, straight men. And I thought Tommy Lauren was all about, you thought wrong, didn't you?
black people are trash all over the country. Those are unacceptable statements in polite society, but a lot of men are trash. Men are trash all across the country.
Of
Is
course.
commentary so acceptable and normalized that we hear it even from pundits on the right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's go back to what Tommy said not 5 years ago, but 5 days ago
Oh,
on Laura
God.
Ingram's show. Again, she said, quote, young women want families. Too many young men want DoorDash and mama's basement.
Yeah. Well, who is depending on having babies? Who has the entire power, the entire authority of the federal fucking government? Is it men or is it women?
Now, let's leave aside how insulting and dismissive this statement is. The much greater problem is that it's just simply inaccurate. In fact, polls have consistently shown for years now that young men are significantly more likely to desire family life than young women.
Gee, no shit. And even if they did and all this other, whom has the say whether a child is born? Just saying. Who is that? Is it the evil men, the Nazis? Or is it the women?
There are more young men who want to start families than there are young women who want to start.
Mm-hmm. And if a man doesn't want to start a family, fuck him. He shouldn't have had sex.
Families. And these are not like the findings of Andrew Tate or the red pill YouTuber, but of research firms like the Pew Research Center. Okay. In other words, these are findings from organizations that are don't have an anti-feminist bias. Let's put it that way. And according to a recent Pew study, 57% of men between the ages of 18 and 34 want to be parents someday. For women in the same age bracket, the number is only 45%. So yes, less than half of young women want to be mothers, as opposed to nearly 60% of young men who want to be fathers. And this,
I mean, you're really close to it, Matt, though. You're really, really close. Whom gets to decide? Who gets to decide? So we're talking about low birth rates and shit like that. Who has, under the law, has the decision to not have a baby? And yet it's not that, well, it's men's fault, is it?
This is not just Pew Research Center claiming this. Multiple polls over the past 2 decades and across the world have found that young men are more likely to want children than young women. There was even a poll done in Nigeria a couple of years ago.
And if men want those children, they have no fucking say in it, do they, Matt? Nope.
That found the same kind of gender gap. So this is a very consistent finding, which means that there just isn't any evidence to support Tommy's claim. In fact, the data tells us that it's young women who, more often, would prefer DoorDash and Mama.
Sure. Right.
Without private investment, it would definitely be difficult for American manufacturing to compete overseas.
Mama's basement. And it's not just that women don't want kids. Reading now from a New York Post report from April, quote, women have certainly come a long way, no longer feeling the need to put a ring on it due to social or cultural pressures. It turns out U.S. women are ditching the traditional idea of marriage and instead choosing to live their best single lives. And the proof is in the data. According to a 2023 Pew Research survey, almost...
Is it really the best getting plowed by fucking randos? Then they don't care about you. Is that the best thing? I don't think so.
Half of U.S. women didn't view marriage as an important element of a fulfilling life. The percentage of women looking for romance is on a steep decline. According to a 2022 Pew survey, only 34% of single gals were looking for a serious romantic relationship, which is down from 38% in a 2019 survey.
Now, what do you think that is, Matt? Do you think they're just staying home and fucking knitting? Do you understand it? No, you don't. Because you've been out of the dating game for 20 fucking years. These women who aren't looking for a serious romantic relationship are looking for some solid cock on weekends. And then tell us, men, well, you shouldn't care about that because you're insecure and shit. No. Nothing like that.
So not only are a majority of young women not looking to start families, the majority aren't looking for any kind of serious romantic relationship at all.
Now, again, Matt, do you understand what you're saying, sir? It's not that they don't want a relationship. They just don't want it right now. And that is the problem.
That's what basically all of the studies and surveys tell us. Now, I'll be the first to say that most studies are fake, but in this case, they also line up with our anecdotal observations. For example,
yes, Matt. Now he's starting to understand.
Social media is full of videos of young women glamorizing single life. And this is a whole genre of videos that we've...
They're not just glamorizing it. They're getting fucking plowed all week. All right, I'll shut up. Go ahead.
Played and talked about many times on the show. Here's just one recent example.
I never ended up with a good guy until...
I mean, this chick is like 48 years old. What the fuck is this?
Until I figured out how to truly love being single.
Oh, God. And two, I truly love to getting all kinds of random
and
cock.
doing things alone. I don't think
Oh God, yeah, alone, right? Got
we
it.
give enough credit to
I
single
mean, you gotta translate this shit. You really have to.
women who love being single because there's still the whole child
Love being single because I like random cock. All right, guys, I gotta eat. The link is in the description. You guys take care. Bye. See you later.